Jean-Michel Basquiat began receiving attention for his art in the late 1970s as half of Samo, a duo of graffiti artists that spray-painted short, enigmatic phrases on the walls of New York. He began painting not long after, rising to fame in 1980 for his unique art style and social commentary. Basquiat had a lot to say as a half-Haitian, half-Puerto Rican street artist, using his technique of blending the primitive with the modern to tackle issues such as racism and identity. Basquiat uses primitivism, an art style reflecting that of prehistoric and non-industrialized societies, to tackle contemporary issues. His art might seem aimless at first glance, but each aspect of his work is intentional. Basquiat uses the motif of a crown, and what it means can shift based on the painting's context. For example, in his work titled Obnoxious Liberals, he places the crown above the man with the top hat, symbolizing his power over society and the less privileged. The crown's meaning in his work titled Tuxedo is not as obvious, although it could imply status where there is none, just as the title suggests a tuxedo where there is no real tuxedo. Evident in Tuxedo, however, is Basquiat's tendency to incorporate words and phrases that add to his work's meaning. For example, in Hollywood Africans, Basquiat fills the space with innocent words that describe the movie-going experience and heavier words that might critique the portrayal of Black Americans in film. However, in Defacement, he incorporates only the Spanish word for defacement posed as a question, encouraging the viewer to ponder police brutality's dehumanizing nature. Other aspects notable in Basquiat's work are the use of bright splashes of color and pop culture references. He blends all these elements to provide a unique social commentary. Basquiat questions the West from within the West, hopelessly tied to it, using Western art to convey his love and hate for Western society. An example of his work that ties all these aspects together is his piece titled Trumpet. It depicts a black man wearing a crown and playing the trumpet, surrounded by an intense red. The piece conveys Basquiat's love for jazz, an aspect of American culture he enjoys. The colors, crossed-out letters, and crown atop the man's head offer deeper meaning, the red and censored notes suggesting oppression and the suppression of one's voice that comes with it. The crown, however, symbolizes that the man is worthy of expressing himself. All these artistic elements that seem insignificant at first glance work together to create complex social commentary. Jean-Michel Basquiat did not want to be known as a Black artist, but simply an artist. He wanted a variety of audiences to take his art seriously. His message now has reached across generations, as his work echoes social issues concerning race and identity that persist today. Though gone at a young age, Basquiat's work remains relevant, continuing to critique, inspire, and empower.